welcome to my little brick house. Today is Sunday, September 28th, and I have a lot to share with you today because it's been a few weeks since my last floss tube. So I'll try not to make it too long, but I just wanted to share everything that I've done, and I've got some haul to share with you and some WIPS. I have a new original design to show you I'm really excited about, and I have something else exciting to talk about with that too. So I'll get started. It's been a week. It's been a couple of weeks actually. I think everybody can relate to that. We've had back to school nights. I'm a music teacher, so we've started our band rehearsals, string ensemble rehearsals. We've had musical auditions this week. So it's been pretty crazy and nonstop at work. However, I have taken some cross stitch to work and worked on it during lunchtime for a little bit. I don't get much of a lunchtime, but I do get some done. And my own kids started marching band season. Both kids are in the marching band. My daughter is playing the tenor sax this year, and my son is playing the baritone sax. And their show is Beatlemania. I did post a couple pictures on Instagram this morning. There are 4 of them, including the 2 drum majors, that are wearing suits that look like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and it is adorable. And they had a competition yesterday morning. I wanted to do my floss tube yesterday morning, but we went to the competition to support them, of course. And it was usually there in the evening, but this one was first thing in the morning. And they did such a fabulous job. I was so proud of them. The last competition I went to was a couple weeks ago, and just the amount of work that they've put in and how much they improved over 2 weeks was amazing. Their sound was amazing. The songs were great. They're doing Eleanor Rigby, Something, and the last one is like a mashup of Hey Jude and Sgt. Pepper's. So they just the sound quality was just amazing yesterday, and the show was getting tighter, and their score went up like 5 points from last week's competition, and they ended up getting third. And this is like the first time. My daughter's a senior this year, and this is the first time in 4 years that they've been on the podium. Third place. It's really great. I'm so proud of them, and I was literally crying buckets watching them because they take it so seriously, and they enjoy it so much. It's just so nice to see your kids doing something like that, accomplishing something, and then something that they can be proud of, and being a part of something bigger than themselves like that. That's offline these days. It's hard to come by. So yeah, I was like wiping the tears from my face after that. But that's always fun. And they only have like a few weeks left, and then they'll have regional championships, state championships, and then they go to national championships, which is at Hershey Stadium in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm going to try to go to as many competitions as I can this year because it's my daughter's senior year. My son's a sophomore, but my daughter's a senior, so it's her last year, and I want to go to as many as I can. Next week, the football game is senior night, and they're doing all kinds of things to honor the seniors in the football team, the cheerleaders, and also the marching band. So I got to make sure I go to that game as well. So I might not get much stitching done, but it's a wonderful time to spend with my kids and support them. And I won't always have them, she's going to graduate. My son, in a couple years, he's going to graduate. They're going to move out and leave me. Actually, I don't think they're ever going to leave, but I'm fine with that because we love it here in our little brick house, and I think they just feel really comfortable here, and I like that. So if they can stay here and save up, and it'll help them to be more successful, then I'm okay with that. So that's what's been going on in our little brick house here. I'm gonna move on. I'll come back because I wanted to talk about what I've been watching and what I've been reading, but I'm gonna move on to my charts now. I now have 3 original designs in my Etsy shop, and I'll show them to you. And you can just look up the Etsy shop's the same name, In My Little Brick House. The first one, and I had shared these on previous floss tubes. I'm going to move over so I can hold them up. The first one was Jack, and if you know me, you know I love winter and I love snowmen. So I made a Halloween snowman made of pumpkins, and his name is Jack. And then along with Jack, you get a free bonus chart of Mini Jack. And it's so cute. It's so tiny and cute. I love tiny things. And then the second one I came out with was Noel, and that's for Christmas. And you can see the poinsettias frozen in her snow there, and there's some I don't know if the lighting's good enough, but you can see there's some pine boughs in there and some holly leaves and berries and snowflakes, and she's got a cardinal. And then along with her comes Mini Noel, and Mini Noel has a poinsettia and a cardinal too, and a little knit hat with a pom-pom on the top. I'm sorry for the lighting. Usually I do this first thing in the morning because the sunlight comes in through the side window and the lighting is a little bit better, but I didn't have a free morning this weekend, so it's afternoon here, so I'm just trying to do the best I can. This morning the band had done a fundraiser to sell mums. Every year they sell mums, and it's like the biggest fundraiser they have. So this morning we had to go pick them up, and we sell them to my co-workers. So I now have 20 mums sitting on my front lawn, and this week I have to take them, however many will fit in my car each day this week, to my to work to my co-workers until I get them all there. So we went and picked those up after church this morning, and then, you know, we were getting ready. My kids have friends over right now. They're watching anime in the living room. So if you hear voices, they're not in your head. They're in my living room, okay? And then back to my Etsy shop. My third chart, my newest chart, which I just listed, I think, last week, I call Stand Firm. And this kind of came about because I just wanted to provide encouragement and, you know, just share some love with all my stitching friends. And so I came up with this one, and it says, stand firm in faith, do everything in love. And the verse is from 1 Corinthians, and I just thought, what stands more firm than a tree, you know? And I was just thinking the tree could symbolize hope. So I did an autumn tree since it's autumn, and then you can see the pumpkin there has a heart in it, and there's the different colors on the ground for the leaves that have fallen from the tree. And then I finished it off with a flannel on the back, and this is a velvet chenille in gold. I think it was called Gold Umber, and I got that from Purple Paper Mountain on Etsy. Purple Paper Mountain shop. They have all different kinds of trims, and I just love, they're a great price, so I love stocking up on chenilles just because I like how they look on the edges of the pillow. And then my daughter put together this little pin just for my pillow. It's got a pine cone charm and a brown tassel on it, and she put an orange bead on there too. The pear-shaped pins we got from Amazon, and then every once in a while I say, hey, I need a pin for my stitch. Can you put some beads together for me? And she always comes up with something fun that complements my piece. So that's Stand Firm. And I really love how all this turned out. There's a dark red, a light red, a dark yellow, a light yellow, a dark orange, a light orange, some green in there. And I just wanted it all to look like the tree was still changing colors. And that just also helps to symbolize how, you know, things change, but you can trust in God because He's sovereign over everything. And also this week or last week, or it could have been the week before, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I posted a freebie on my Instagram account to help encourage you all as well. So if you want to stitch Trust God, I did this because I need reminders to trust God all the time, and it is more helpful if I can stitch it. I can think about it while I'm stitching it, and I can, every time I walk by it, I see it and I am reminded of it then. So I try to stitch verses or, you know, reminders like this that I need, so that it's like right there in my face when I need it. So that's what's new for my shop. And also, I'm going to share some haul now because I went to my local needlework shop yesterday and I got some haul there. But also I shared, this is Ye Old Stitchery in Bristol, PA. I shared with the owner, Mary, that I was designing my own charts now, and I showed them to her, and she said she thought they were cute and that people would like to stitch them, and that if I printed some out, she would sell them in her shop. So I bought a printer and it should come today, and I'm gonna work on getting my charts on one page so that I can be folded and I can take them to her to see if anybody would be interested in buying them from her shop. That was really exciting to me. She shared a lot. She's very knowledgeable, and she shared a lot about what the trends that she's seen in people's stitching, and what they are more likely to buy, and you know, protecting yourself against people stealing your charts and things like that. And I really hope that doesn't happen, but I understand that I probably need to get, you know, protected for that. But that's in the works. I mean, I just started and I'm still working on these things. So, you know, I hope you like my charts. I hope that you would go visit my shop and favorite them and or buy them. And, you know, if you favorite my shop is what I meant to say. If you favorite my shop, then you will be notified every time I post a new chart. So check it out. You might like it. My haul from the Ye Old Stitchery. I had to get, I had one thread that I didn't have on the chart that I'm working on, which I'm going to show you when I show you my WIPS. So I really went to pick that one thing up, but of course you can't just buy one thing when you go to a stitch shop. So I did end up picking up a few patterns. I saw this, somebody was stitching this on Instagram. I can't remember who now, but I just thought it was so cute, and I already did Rest a While with the fox. So I wanted to pick this one up to add it to my collection here. There's a fox on it. It's Plum Street Sampler, Good Company it's called, and I just thought it was a small, and it's so cute. It's got flowers and a fox and some pumpkins on there. Sorry, Jasper, I know that they're crowding out. My dog's sitting next to me huffing because the kids are, I guess, winding him up in the other room, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. So I really like that pattern, so I went searching that one out. But the other ones, I kind of just wanted to find some different designers that I haven't previously done, because I've only been cross stitching for a few years now. My mom has been trying to get me to cross stitch since I was little, because we always did something crafty. We were always crocheting, quilting, uh, painting, doing whatever. So she has been trying to get me to cross stitch for years and years, and I just always thought it looked too tedious to me, so I never tried it until a few years ago. So I've really only been cross stitching for a few years, and I am absolutely addicted to it now, and I can't stop. Every night is just like my go-to to calm myself down, and takes my mind off of other things, and I really, it's like my therapy. But I've been doing a lot of the same designers for most of my charts, so I just wanted to try something different. So I have never done Teresa Kogut, so I picked this up. I really like the colors on this, and we're all working on patriotic stuff because of the 250 years next year. So I thought this would be a fun one and a good one to try for my first Teresa Kogut. And then I also have been wanting to try Barbara Anna, and I really wanted the She Mad Hatter, but they didn't have it there, so she's ordering it for me, which is nice. But they did have this one, the Christmas City, which I also have my eye on. So I picked this one up, and I think this is amazing, and it's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was from the picture, which is good. I mean, because I tend to do smaller things, but just looking at the picture, I thought this was going to be a big stitch. And the design area, according to the pattern, the design area is about 13.5 by 10.3 inches. So I mean, it's not small, but it's not going to be huge either. So I love winter. I love the snowflakes, and there's like a little snowman down here, and I love snowmen. So I thought this would be a fun stitch. Also, the colors match my living room, so that was another reason I was drawn to that one. I got blues and beige, and like some oranges in my living room. So, and then whenever you shop there, she always sticks a freebie in your bag. So I thought this was cute too. It looks like it's going to be a cat. It was hard to tell at first, but I think it's a cat and a pumpkin. It says Boo by the Blue Flower. The meow, the merrier, it says. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to kit this up and try that too. And there's the address. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I had it right. I thought I had it upside down. There's the address for Ye Old Stitchery in Bristol, PA. It's kind of tricky to find at first, but once you find it, then you're like, how did I miss that? But it's like on a side street off the main drag in Bristol, and we love her there. She'll order anything for you, and then you don't have to pay shipping. And I posted a reel earlier of I took a reel. She let me record around her shop, and I posted it earlier today. You can just see the store is so jam-packed. You could spend all weekend there and still not see everything that she has there. And she's getting new stuff in soon from Needlework Marketplace and all. So I suggest you, if you're in the area, go visit her and see. She only has weekend hours though, so make sure that I would call before you go just to make sure that they're open. And but it's a cute little shop, and there's a lot there to see. So yeah, I recommend visiting. So that's my haul from the Stitchery. Mom and I also went to the National Quilt Extravaganza. It was in the Philly area. Oh, my memory is just terrible. The Expo Center in Oaks, Pennsylvania. in the Philly area, and it was amazing. They had a lot of different exhibits there. They had a whole exhibit that was called The Context of Red, and all of the themes were based off of what red symbolized to the different quilters. They had a whole wall of the poppy, the inspiration of the poppy, and they were all like little miniature small quilts, but they all reflected either what the poppy stood for with the armed forces, or the poppies themselves, or just patterns that included poppies, and they all had the same colors. But I mean, the work was just so motivational, so inspiring, and it was nice to take a day. I got to spend time with my mom, and we just walked around and looked at the quilts and did some shopping, of course. So I'm going to share with you what I got there. So I used to have a lot of quilting fabric, and I moved a couple times, and honestly, I don't know what happened to it all. I know I gave a lot of stuff away, and I really hope I did not give it all away. I'm still finding some of my stuff at my parents' house in their basement. So I also lost my knitting needles. I have no idea what happened to my knitting needles. I'm actually kind of upset about that one, because they were passed down to me from my grandmother, and I don't know what happened to them. A lot of my stuff in the last house it got destroyed or just lost, and I really hope I can find the knitting needles, because I've unpacked all my boxes here and I still haven't been able to find them. So hopefully they're somewhere safe at my parents' house, and eventually I'll come across them. But a lot of my quilting fabric is gone. So I went to this quilt show thinking, yes, I'm gonna stock up on some more fabric, and I did. I got this beautiful fabric. It's Holbrook by Max and Louise. So I got a whole fat quarter bundle, and the fabrics are just so beautiful. These are like the same colors I have. This is the same purple I have in my bedroom. So I'm hoping at some point to make a quilt that I can hang on my wall in my bedroom. But I just thought these were so beautiful that I bought some extra like 1 yard cuts too. I got this purple, which I thought was really pretty and matches my bedroom. And then coordinating fabric to go with that. And then this was so upside down. I just thought this was so pretty. I think it's in my fat quarter bundle, but I bought a little extra in case I wanted to make a border out of it or something. So this is I think this is a 1 yard cut here. And then anything that had that purple in it, I just absolutely was drawn to. Whoops, upside down. Sorry. Purple and yellow, golds in there. I just thought that was gorgeous. And then also coordinating with that fabric, I thought this would make a good binding fabric because of the stripes. How gorgeous is that? I just love that. It almost looks like the crewel work pattern, and I just love that look. So that's that. And that's not all the fabric I bought though. I also have had my eye on this Tilda fabric. The colors and the patterns are just so interesting and wild. I love them. And these have some purple in them as well. Just checking on my dog. He's laying on the ground over there, so he's okay now. How gorgeous is this fabric? I love the ladies on it. And this is a fat quarter bundle, and it has all the coordinating fabrics and all the different there's more ladies and all the different colors that it comes in, and I just think that is so pretty. And I got some extras to go along with that too, just in case I wanted some border fabric. I'm not quite sure what I have to find patterns for what I want to do with this fabric, but I definitely want to get back into quilt. I haven't quilted. I mean, I made a quilt top back in the summer, but that was the first time I had quilted in probably at least 10 years, maybe more. just because I didn't have access to my tools and space and everything. But since we've got my little brick house, I have this great room in the back of the house that I set up a table, and I have all my tools out now. And all summer I just really enjoyed sewing and cross stitching and quilting, and those are just how I like to spend my time. And I'm just really excited to get these fabrics and be able to make something again. So I have to like find a pattern that will showcase the fabrics really good, because they're just so pretty. And I got that colorway. I got this colorway too. The pattern with the little, they almost look like tulips. It's just so cute. I just love it. So, and besides that fabric, there was a vendor there who had a lot of different wool fabrics, and I got a penny rug kit. She had everything all cut out, all the circles already cut, and the mat already cut, so all I have to do is stitch it together. So that I thought that looked like a fun project, you know, with all my free time. After working all day. Hey, any spare minute I can find, this is the stuff I'm doing. So it's not going to be a waste of money, believe me. So I got some pretty wool fabrics. I'll either use them for like similar things like the penny rug kit, or you know, backing my cross stitch projects or something. I thought that was really pretty, the light gray, and it's got some beige in it. I don't know if you can see it because the lighting is so terrible, but there's some beige in it as well. And then she had some really neat ideas there to use these wools for little fall decorations and all that she made. And I don't know, I was inspired by it. I just wanted to spend my money. I got a gold, and I thought this was really pretty. If I decide to do something with a pumpkin on it, I thought that would be a good complementary, or if I do something that has leaves, I thought that would be a good green to go with it. And then of course I can never ever resist a blue and brown, so there's that. And then there was another, that was, I'll share this, that was Firefly Fields Wools and Handmaids. Firefly Fields, that's kind of a tongue twister to say, from Layton, PA. I don't know how you say it. There's the contact information if you're interested in those. The prices were good, so you might want to check them out. And then there was another vendor there who was just selling, I just got some charm packs of the different hues of wools. So this, I got orange, and I got the same thing in red and greens. That's pretty green. It's not showing up because of the light, but I'm sorry. And then these are like golds, goldish oranges. That one's pretty because it's kind of like speckled. And that says Woolly Charms from inthepatchwool.com, In the Patch Wool Designs. So I'm stocked up on wool and quilting fabric. And yes, I went to a quilt show and I came home with cross stitch linen. These are all, I didn't take them out of the plastic, so I'm sorry for the noise, but these are mostly, I think they're all Seraphim fabrics. And this was, yes, Seraphim fabrics. This is Jack Frost, and it's like grayish blue. And I wouldn't say that these were, they weren't like special show prices. They weren't, I don't think, I did not price them to see, but I don't think they were any cheaper than if anywhere else you would buy them. So they're pricier than what I usually spend on linen. This one's called Time. It's like a green. It's kind of reminds me of like an appley green. But I guess I was just in the mood to spend money. I guess I don't know. I can't explain myself. I have no excuses. This one's called Bee's Knees. It's like a brownish gold color. And then I got this one just says pink sand linen. It does not say this is a seraphim, but it kind of reminds me of the shade of my bedroom, which is like a mauvey purple, which is like one of my favorite colors. So there's that, and this was the last one. This one's called Weathered Barn, and I thought that was really pretty. I'm sorry for the glare. I can't. It's like a maroon color, but it's kind of like mottled. It's a mottled one. I'm sorry that it's lighting is so bad. So I think that's it for my haul. I have some FFOs to show you. Not a lot. I just have, because I was working on my original piece. So this was one of my FFOs because I finished it off with the thing this past week. But then I had finished off, I have a Prairie Schooler year, I think the pattern's called, and there's one of these small charts for each month of the year. So I was able to complete and fully finish the rabbit for Easter. And of course you have to do the Prairie Schooler Santa. They work up pretty quick, and I'm doing them on, I think it's like I want to say it's a 14 count Aida. And I can't tell you what color it is. I'm sorry. This one might be like mushroom or platinum or something like that. But they're both on Aida. And I used all the called for colors. Actually, that's not true. For the rabbit, I did change the color of the brown because I did not have the color that they asked for. So I substituted with a different brown from my stash. But the Santa, yes, definitely the traditional called for colors for the Prairie Schooler Santa. And then I fully finished off Not Forgotten Farms Bee's Knees, because my name is Melissa, which means honeybee, and I pretty much will do any chart that has a bee in it. I just thought this was adorable. All of these little Not Forgotten Farm charts are absolutely adorable, and I've done a handful of them, and they're quick and they just turn out so cute, and they show up really nice when I put them in the bowls in my living room, the dough bowls in my living room. When guests come over, their eyes just drawn to them. So yeah, so I thought he was adorable, and I'm sorry, but that's it for my fully finished projects. I just haven't stitched as much. I had the whole summer off because I'm a teacher, so I got a lot done over the summer. But with marching band season, of course, I have not, and school, going back to work, and everything that goes into writing lesson plans and things like that, musical auditions and all. I just really haven't had as much time to stitch and finish things off. I do have a few WIPs to share with you. I am making this a new start weekend, and I have one WIP that I had been working on previously, but two WIPs that I've been working on previously, but then the other ones are new starts that I did one new start on Friday, another one on Saturday, and I have another one that I'm going to start tonight. And I think I have to check and make sure I have all the threads kitted up and everything, but I got a fourth one to do tomorrow night. So this one, it's still in the hoop, so I really didn't make that much progress. I probably shouldn't even show you. I didn't make that much progress on it, but this was a freebie that I got from the Scarlet House off the website, and it's called Land That I Love, and I saw some other people were working on this one too. I really didn't get that much farther than last time I showed it to you. I just really only got in a few more rows of blue here, and this is just one of those WIPs that I am putting in the rotation. I'll say it that way. It's in the rotation. Okay. So that's that one, and I am using the called for colors on that, but the fabric was just like I think it's 28 count Lugana, and it was just like a piece of fabric, mystery fabric from my scrap bin there, because it's a small project, so I just needed a small piece. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've been working on Plum Street Sampler's Spring Moon for a while, and it's not something that I have to say, not something that I've been working on consistently, but I have been, you know, here and there, I'll work on it for like a week and then I'll put it away. So now I'm about halfway. I finished the top corner the first time I had it out. Hold on, I'm trying to do this so that you can see the whole thing. There we go. Excuse me. So I've got the bunny butt at the top, and then I worked my way down, and I was able to finish. I'm sorry, I did not get a chance to press this off yet, so there are some wrinkles in it, but I got a chance to go all the way down the one side, so I'm halfway through. And I'm really loving this. It's really fun to work on. At first I was a little bit daunted by the house. I really wanted to do it because I loved the look of it, but I was actually kind of apprehensive about stitching that house, and it actually went a lot faster. Half the house went a lot faster than I thought. Also, on the pattern, the house looks more gray, but I don't know if you can see it with my bad lighting, but it's 2 shades of blue, and I love blue. Blue is in my living room, and it turned out more blue than I thought it would, and I absolutely am in love with this pattern. So I'm going to keep working on that, and hopefully maybe by the end of the year, I'm not too ambitious, I guess, I don't know, by the end of the year, I have realistic expectations, okay? Maybe by the end of the year, I'll be able to get that one fully finished. And then the other day, I finished, this is Primrose Cottage Stitches, the Halloween alphabet. Also, sorry, I did not get a chance to press this off. I've just been a mom on the go lately, so but here it is. It's finished. I just have to fully finish it off, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. I think I'm going to put it in a frame, so I have to find a frame to do that. But it's just adorable. Like, I just thought that was so cute. Look at the little jack-o'-lantern and the candy corn, and the shading around the candy corn actually makes the candy corn pop out a little more than it did without it. And there's bats and stars and spiders, and the houses are just adorable. The Primrose Cottage always comes up with cute stuff. So that was that one. And then the new start that I started last night was another Primrose Cottage. It's the Halloween Quaker. I have done a few of these Quakers already, and I love them. This one has a lot of color changes in it, so I feel like it's going to take me a little bit longer, but it just makes it more Halloween-like with all the black and orange and all. That's as far as I got. I really did not get that far last night. The back stitching is not something that I am super good at yet, because I'm working on it. And always learning, but there it is. I got the spider web and the face of the ghost and the moon, and that's as far as I got. So I can't wait to see what that one looks like finished, because I just think it's going to be super cute in my dough bowl in my living room for Halloween. And I did have one more. I guess I didn't bring it out. I guess it's still in the living room. I started Brenda Gervais, Peace and Goodwill was the new start that I started on Friday while the kids were at the football game. I did post pictures on my Instagram, so if you want to see that, there are pictures on there. I just forgot to bring it out to my sewing room before I started. I didn't get that much done on that either, just about the same as the Halloween Quaker, but I'm really looking forward to that one because I did the I Love Fall Quaker by Brenda Gervais, and I framed it and it's hanging in my living room, so I'd really like to have the Christmas one in time for Christmas so that I can switch them out. And I love those patterns so much. I bought all 4 of them so that I can switch them out for each season. And I already have the Liberty Quaker kitted up with all the threads, so I'm ready for that one too for next summer. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. Haven't really been watching anything new. I stopped watching Project Runway because I was kind of, it just wasn't as exciting to me as it used to be. The clothes seemed like they were barely there instead of, actually covering their models, and that just doesn't appeal to me. It may be some people's cup of tea, it's just not mine. But I did get to watch a couple of movies with my son the other day. My now 16-year-old son actually hung out in the living room and watched a couple of movies with me, so of course I ate that up. We watched Drumline on Disney Plus, which is a movie about a drummer who gets a full scholarship to college to be part of the drumline and the marching band. And that's a really good movie. And then after that, he suggested we watch Whiplash. So I rented it and I was like, what are you having me watch? There excessive cursing in it, so just be forewarned. If you don't like that kind of thing, you probably do not want to watch this movie. But it is actually a really good movie about how a teacher, a college professor pushes at a music school, pushes the students to the point of, it's like almost to the point of a nervous breakdown, just to see if he can create the next Charlie Parker, the next greatest jazz musician of all time. So there's a lot of jazz in it, and of course, it was also about a drummer. Neither of my kids are drummers, but we just ended up watching, I don't know why, we just ended up watching 2 movies about drummers. But it is a good movie. I'm not a big fan of the cursing, but it did make the point in the movie, I'll have to say that. Reading, I am like this close to finishing the Cinnamon Bun Store. It was advertised like in the beginning of the book as, if you liked Gilmore Girls, then you will like this book. And while it is a cute book and starts out kind of like a Hallmark movie, it's a romance book, it's a love story, and it's kind of cute. There's a mysterious person leaving behind cues for a scavenger hunt. It's a cute idea, but the romance part of the book is a little bit raunchy for my liking. That's not really my thing. If you like that kind of thing, then this is the book for you. But it was just a little much for me. I am finishing it out though, just because I have a complex and I cannot start something and not finish it. And it's been fine. It's not like highly intellectual reading or anything. The writing is very simplistic. So it's a fast, easy read, and I got like 20 pages left, so I'm probably going to finish that tonight. And then I don't know if I'm going to start another classic. I might do another classic off my list, but I also have Kristen Hanna, The Great Alone, sitting on my nightstand, so I might do that one as well because I like her books as well. So that's what's new on my reading list. And just wanted to let you know, on Instagram I did post pictures of all my fall decorations. At some point I would love to be one of those people who would be like, here's a reel of my entire house and take you on a house tour. But I have a dog and 2 teenagers, and I feel like that is an impossible task to get my house to a point where you're not seeing stacks of clutter or things just thrown places or gobs of dog hair. So right now that just seems impossible to me, but at some point I would love to be able to take you on a tour of my little brick house. I really do enjoy just decorating my house with things that, you know, make it feel comfy and cozy, and things that I enjoy looking at. So I have art, I have cross stitch, I have, you know, homemade quilts and afghans and baskets and things. Handmade stuff is just, to me, is just, you know, worth it. If you're paying a little bit more for something that's handmade by somebody, you're supporting a small business, and you're supporting American made, and it just makes, you can tell the difference between that and something that is mass market produced, and it just makes your house feel happier, comfier, cozier, and that's what I like. So that's what I do. So hopefully someday I'll get on the ball and be able to show you that. The next video I do will be probably answering questions. One of my friends from Instagram, her name is DK, D-I-K-A-Y, at Garnzauberin. She's in Germany, and we have been chit-chatting back and forth, and we've worked on a couple of sales together. She tagged me to answer a ton of questions about stitching and different designers and patterns and things, and I really want to answer them. I had to put them all into Google Translate to understand, you know, because they were all in German. So I don't think some of them translated quite right, but I'm going to do my best to answer those questions in my next Flosstube. So look out for that one. And that was a long Flosstube. I just saw the time, and I'm really sorry that took so long. I just had so much to share, so much love to share. And I just wanted to share it with all of you. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will subscribe and like, and check out my Etsy shop in my little brick house, and follow me. Okay, and check me out on Instagram and follow me there, because I want to see what you all are working on. I don't really have any friends that do anything crafty here in the area, let alone cross stitch. So I really enjoy getting on Instagram and seeing what everybody's been working on, and that's how I find the patterns that I want to do. So share your love and follow me on Instagram. And that's it for today, and I'll probably see you in another week or so. Peace out. Be blessed.